I want to thank you guys for tuning in to week 1 of the Chili Report. I'm going to be reporting this. It's really about Brad Childress's quest to make the Vikings a Super Bowl winner in 2009. It's kind of an exciting quest, a historic quest. Childress is trying to become the first dwarf to win a Super Bowl since Hank Stram beat the Vikings in Super Bowl IV. He's trying to become the first coach without a personality to reach the Super Bowl since Bud Grant. And also the first coach without a brain to win the Super Bowl since Barry Switzer. So history could be made on multiple levels this year. It's exciting. I think everybody's excited about it. And I think even Brad Childress feels a little bit of excitement. If he's able to feel excitement. I'm not sure if he is. But in honor of Brad Childress, I've not shaved today, and I'm wearing frozen underwear. So gets me in the sort of the chilly mood, as it were. I think we're all wondering how's he gonna start the season? What's he gonna do differently this year that he hasn't done before? And he didn't waste any time. In fact, the first play of the game, he did something brand new. He just had Longwell just kick the ball like 20 yards downfield to one of the Browns, and the guy recovered it, and the Browns got the ball at midfield. And never seen that before. I think his goal was just to keep Cleveland from getting a touchdown on the opening kickoff, and he succeeded. And magically, the Vikings' vaunted defense held the Browns to 3 points on that opening drive. So mission accomplished. Chili's already paying dividends immediately with his brilliant coaching strategy. The color commentator for the game was Brian Billick, who we all remember as the Vikings offensive coordinator in the late 90s. Brian likes to use a big word occasionally. The big Billick word of the day was ostensibly.
They have to punt the ball back and ostensibly give Cleveland an opportunity.
To give you an idea what that means, it's like saying Brian Billick was ostensibly the head coach of the 2000 Baltimore Ravens, who went on to win the Super Bowl. But of course, a dead man could have coached that team to a Super Bowl victory with that defense. So in a sense, that's ostensibly on the surface, but the deeper meaning is he really wasn't the coach. The other word of the day for Brian Billick was all but.
You've got control of the game right now, all but with a 10-6 lead.
I think he meant albeit, but he was saying all but, which is a word I'm not familiar with. It's a new word, and I think new, again, is the theme of this week with the Vikings and this year. And even the commentator, Brian Billick, is doing something new. He's using a word we've never heard before, all but. And there were some interesting sort of throat sounds from every time he would pronounce a C, like a Cleveland or a clearly. You could hear a sort of a
what they're looking at. Clearly Braylon, then clearly Braylon Edwards, Cleveland, and
a little phlegmy sound, which you only get from the greatness of Brian Billick. The Vikings really just sort of imploded at the end of the first half, and I think every Vikings fan watching that first half just thought this team stinks. Bringing back Favre's done nothing. Probably the nadir for the Vikings. That's a Brian Billick word there. Was the punt return for a touchdown in the second quarter for the Browns. So anyway, I don't know what happened at halftime. Adrian Peterson apparently was given an IV, which apparently brought him and the Vikings to life in the third quarter, because they took the ball and just marched right down the field. And the absolute exclamation point was that 64-yard touchdown run where he looked like Jim Brown, running people over, stiff-arming. A little bit of Walter Payton, a little bit of Jim Brown. Walter Payton in the sense that he was stiff-arming people and he looks like a nice guy. And Jim Brown in the sense that it was at Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns looked absolutely fantastic though on offense, I have to say. The Vikings were very fortunate to have beaten such a vaunted team. Brady Quinn looked fantastic the whole game. He's just a man among boys out there. And I'm surprised the Vikings could even show up without filling their pants against him, you know? Just an amazing guy. He's the Ron Paulus of the 21st century. So the Vikings are lucky to have come out of there with a win against him. I think Brady Quinn at this point is just glad he survived his senior year at Notre Dame without being eaten by Charlie Weiss. And of course, it wouldn't be the NFL if there wasn't some copycat going on. The NFL's a copycat league. And Eric Mangini noticed the brilliant way that Brad Childress started the game with that onside kick, whatever it was. We still don't know what it was. We'll never know, because we can never know the genius of Brad Childress. But Eric Mangini, after the Browns came back and cut the score to 34-20, he tried a little of that same magic himself. He tried that fancy 20-yard kick to someone in the distance that's easily recoverable. And he also kept the Vikings from scoring a touchdown on that kick return play. So that's, I think, the new trend that Brad Childress is going to start, and it's going to take the league by storm. The 20-yard kick that gives the opponent possession around. Puzzling moment of the week was there's a DirecTV commercial starring Tom Arnold.
All right, next problem. Who's got it?
In which this guy talks about having to go to the bathroom. And
my problem is that I have a really small bladder, and I go to the bathroom like 5 times every 20 minutes.
Tom Arnold's like, hey.
I know what you're thinking. I don't want to go to the bathroom because I don't want to miss a play. With DirecTV and one of these, you get to watch every game, every team, because they're on your phone.
I didn't know it was such a problem having to go to the bathroom during a game. You know, I think a lot of people have TiVo, have a DVR, you hit pause, you go to the bathroom, you come back, you hit play. I think that's a pretty easy thing to comprehend. I don't know that I want to be watching games on a 2-inch screen on my phone, especially if Tom Arnold's telling me to do it. I mean, DirecTV can't get someone better than Tom Arnold. They couldn't get like Ed Begley Jr. or Fred Ward or maybe Michael Gross from Family Time. I mean, I would if Michael Gross, Stephen Keaton's telling me to maybe get a DirecTV on my phone, then maybe I'm doing it. You know, Alan Thicke says, hey, you having growing pains? Well, I'll tell you how to get over those growing pains. DirecTV on your cell phone. I'd be in the bathroom watching DirecTV on my cell phone, but Tom Arnold, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, just I'm not buying it.
I go to the restroom 14 to 18 times per game.
It's Tom Arnold. You know, I'd rather watch Rosie O'Donnell mow her grass, you know. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but I think that would be bad to watch. DirecTV, it may be time to cancel my DirecTV, that's all I'm saying. But hey, you get Mr. Belvedere on your DirecTV commercials, I'm in that bathroom with the cell phone. And I think Mr. Belvedere's dead, but I mean, if you could somehow do like the Forrest Gump technology where you splice him in the way they did with like John F. Kennedy. I mean, I'm in the bathroom with my cell phone watching DirecTV. You know, I'm watching the whole game in my bathroom.
Okay. Oh, what the heck? I'm going to give you a training session. You guys talk about yourself. Come on, let's go.
Overall, not much to complain about for the Vikings other than the first half of the game, which was pathetic. They gotta get a little better in the first half. I think they'll learn to open it up a little more with Brett Favre. Favre looked good. He had some zip on those passes. Adrian Peterson just was a monster in the second half. Vikings gave him an IV at halftime, and he got a laceration from it. So that's kudos to the Vikings medical staff for not knowing how to properly administer an IV. But Adrian Peterson looks great. Percy Harvin looks good. Favre looks good. Bryant McKinnie looks like Bryant McKinnie. The defense, all in all, there's still hope for the Vikings, I guess we'll say. And like I said, Brad Childress showed us something we've never seen before. And hey, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season because there's going to be a lot we've never seen before.